Rule number 1 for Christmas movies, no commies. That's right, cope like there's no tomorrow and seethe as if your life depends on it. Santa Claus, a mythical figure whose sole defining trait is delivering gifts to every single good child in the world once per year. This new Christmas movie, if you can even call it that, said, yeah, but has he ever considered his male white privilege? The selfish how dare he? Yep, sure, there's absolutely no agenda to ruin everything that is traditional and wholesome. Let me tell you something else. One day, Santa's spirit will rise from the ashes, and the whole world will know he was right about those damn elves. Remember when Christmas was all about peace and baby Jesus? Well, those days are over. We live in a postmodern dystopia of the Holy Church of woke. But you know what brings me a great holiday cheer is when two unfunny woke comedians who openly don't celebrate Christmas make an unfunny woke dumpster fire Christmas show and then get mad when nobody likes it. This is exhibit A of why they got rid of the dislike button, ladies and gentlemen. They're shutting down any and all criticism of their monumental lunacy. See, you as a viewer are not allowed to show your disdain for a movie. This is why you subscribe to my channel, because it's people like me who aren't afraid to give their real opinion. See, Hollywood can suck my bollocks from the back. Hit the like button. Let's try and get more likes than this dumpster fire trailer. Now, hey Seth Rogan, I don't think I've come across a more bitter SJW coward than yourself. Because it takes a certain talent to go from universally loved to absolutely hated in less than a year by just being your true self on social media. If you say his name 3 times, Seth Rogan will show up on your Twitter timeline and ask you if you're an elf. It's happened to many a Santa. It's called elf privilege. And speaking of privilege, quite frankly, I find it hilarious that Seth Rogan doesn't mind getting robbed by some people in the streets, but when it comes to the criticism of his movies, that is where he draws the line and has a complete meltdown. If Seth Rogen has no problem with being robbed, then the rule of get woke, go broke is fundamentally true now, isn't it? On the front page of Libtard News, go woke, go broke, just got real, says Seth Rogen. He's perfectly fine with criminals breaking into your car and stealing everything, but his pretentious garbage movie is off limits. How dare you? See, when I say that Hollywood is full of weirdos, I genuinely mean that. It's so rad to hate on Christmas if you are a privileged, middle-aged Hollywood insider with the brain of a teenager. See, it's not me who's out of touch, it's the people. Everyone else is out of touch. When you pretend for a living, then you never exist in reality. You work for the machine long enough and you become the machine. Sometimes I wonder, how on earth did they become famous in the first place? Wait a second, I know the answer to that. It's an obvious answer that will actually get me in trouble if I say it. So we're not going to go there, but this movie, Santa Inc., was from the maker of Sausage Party. Oh wow, the Sausage Party, oh my god, that's all I need to know. What a seal of quality. Oh, now I'm definitely going to watch it. Look, was it the intention to literally piss off everyone in the audience? If so, bravo, well done, A+. Pissing on Christmas, one of the most popular holidays on the calendar. That will not make you a very popular guy. Who would have thought that attacking a beloved holiday would have resulted in backlash? It's almost like there's one thing that unites every race. It's the shared hatred of those who spit on tradition. This movie, this soggy dumpster juice was was never meant to be good, but just propaganda. I think the words mean-spirited is an excellent term for these projects. It's also a great adjective for why they get the executive go-ahead. It's not about entertaining you, no. Their job isn't to entertain, it's to educate you for whatever nefarious narrative that they try and force down your throat. Now, I don't know what it is, but it seems like nothing made in California is allowed to be genuine or heartfelt. Not even Christmas. See, every story needs to be written by someone with the comprehension and perspective of a 12-year-old upper-class teenager with white guilt. Anyway, moving on. Big tech and corporations have become so powerful that people aren't even allowed to publicly dislike a movie anymore. This is fucking madness. However, by the grace of a Google Chrome extension, we get to see how many dislikes this has. And as of me making this, it has close to 100,000 people. 100,000 people went through the trouble of clicking the dislike button, even though for many of them, it's not even there. They can't even see the total number of dislikes. That just shows how proud I am to be a part of this sensible society rejecting this pathetic excuse for a theatrical production. And by the way, half of those likes were people clicking the like button trying to figure out why their dislike button wasn't counted. These Hollywood people are despicable. I guarantee you next year YouTube will come out with a blog post saying our research team has identified that disabling the dislike button has only made things worse. And instead people were using the comment section to display hatred. So in order to protect small content creators, we'll also be getting rid of the comment section altogether. We promise that it has nothing to do with these large brands and corporations getting their shit pushed in. And on that bombshell, Manix out.